we all will be together if the Lord allows.
All right, welcome back to Unmuted. My name's Alyssa, and I'll be your host.
And my name is Brendan, I'll be your co-host.
All right, so tonight is the night we've been talking about for weeks now, and I'm so excited. We're going to be having singers and a little funny improv skit. All right, that was an amazing performance. What'd you think?
Talk about some vocals.
I wish I could sing like that. And those I love those songs as well. And she did a beautiful, beautiful job. That was a great way to start off our night. But next up, we have a little funny improv skit with some of my friends from school.
So I'm new to improv, so can y'all tell me a little bit what it is?
So basically, improv is like, if you ever watch a play or anything like that, they're all like rehearsed. They have exact words that they're saying, scenes. Well, this improv that we're doing, we're coming up with it on the spot. So everything that you do, that we see, that y'all see that we do, comes straight from our head, and we're just kind of all collaborating to fit the scene.
Amazing. I'll let y'all get into it.
All right, so with improv, we're going to ask the audience for a location, a relationship, and a problem or a subject for us to act out on the spot. So does anyone have a location for us to be at in our scene? Anyone? You can raise your hand.
North Pole.
Okay, we're at the North Pole. Now, what is our relationship? Are we elves? Are we random people in the North Pole? What's our relationship? Does anyone have anything?
You're lost in the North Pole.
Okay, we're lost in the North Pole. Okay, we're elves that are lost in the North Pole. Got it. Okay.
Come on, guys. I really think that we need to get back to Santa.
Y'all, where are we?
Worn shorts, man.
Do you know how to work this compass? I really don't
You
know
have a
how.
map?
I built it, but I don't know how
Santa
to.
gave us this compass, right? It's supposed to point us in the direction.
We were
to
supposed to go to the workshop. It was
Right,
right
right.
around the corner. He said go straight and turn left. Why didn't we go straight and turn left?
I just really didn't. I told y'all this would not be a good idea to walk out of the workshop.
You told us to go right. You said he said right, but he said left. Oh my God.
You could have asked any of the reindeers:
my
Dasher,
God.
Dancer, Prancer, Vixen,
God.
Comet and Cupid, or
I've
Donner
never
and
seen this place
Blitzen.
before.
You forgot about Rudolph.
My body's feeling numb.
It must be the magnetic field
Oh
around
my
me.
God, we're gonna be stranded out here forever.
I mean, let's just think.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is he doing?
He's dying. He's getting
panic.
shorter than usual.
Don't panic. We just need to follow the North Star. I mean, the Santa's workshop is always
okay.
North Star.
And it's right above us. How do we follow that?
Oh my God, that means we're there.
Something's wrong with him.
Maybe if
no.
we kick him harder, he'll wake up.
No.
I'm done.
Timmy?
Oh.
Okay.
Scene.
So, anyone have a new location? Anyone?
Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii.
We're in
Yeah.
Hawaii. Our relationship. Tourists.
Surfers.
Okay. We're surfers that are tourists. Okay. And what is our problem or subject? Oh. Okay. We don't know how to swim. Got it. All right. I'm so ready.
Dude, do you see that fat
That
skull
was
out there on the water?
crazy. I'm so
I could have
ready.
hit that, but I don't know how to swim. I think I'm
You
dressed
don't know how to swim?
warm. Oh, yeah, man.
I don't know how to swim.
Oh, dude, if I fall off,
You know how to swim?
no, bro.
Wait, do y'all know how to swim?
Nah, bro. I just like
Somewhat.
surfing those gnarly, like,
Oh yeah, man.
you know those water things that like crest?
Those waves, bro.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm feeling your vibe, bro.
those up before, dude. Not gonna lie.
I wanted to go surfing because I thought y'all know how to swim, so y'all could teach me how to swim so I could go surfing.
I thought you'll just save me if I fell in the
But
water.
I don't know how to swim.
No,
Yeah.
I got this shark buddy named
Wait,
Gary.
I thought y'all knew. What?
I think he'll.
I thought y'all knew how to
save us.
swim.
No,
Oh,
bro.
dude, if I fall in the water, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It's
So
over.
none of us know how to swim, but we're gonna go surfing?
Like, if you touch the
Killer.
water, you're gonna show
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Scene. Okay, we're in HEB. Okay, our relationship. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Karen's. Okay, and then our problem.
There's no turkey or ham.
No turkey and ham.
No turkey and ham. And a little more one at a time.
Try. Ready?
Hey, I said that I was gonna get the last ham. Now this guy over here got this.
You're the one who took it?
Man, I took the ham because I claimed it.
Well, I claimed it first.
Did you lick it?
Yes.
No. I licked the ham. Therefore, the ham is mine.
You licked my lick, so I think that ham was mine.
Y'all can't just claim ham by licking. You gotta do more. Just slobber all over it. That's how you claim a ham properly.
So there's no more ham? There's no more ham?
I'm gonna go over here because he's weird.
Yeah, back away from the ham, brah.
Well, I'm gonna go to the turkey aisle and see if there's some turkey for me, because I don't even like ham.
Nah, I already slobbered
But
all
there's
over
no
those.
ham. So what are y'all arguing
It's
about?
Thanksgiving Day and there's no
But there's
ham.
no ham.
But there's no
I need
ham.
the ham more than y'all need the ham.
You don't got 6 kids to feed. I got 6 kids I gotta feed.
I have 8 children. 8? Try 12.
Well, I have 70 grandparents.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
that's a lot.
that doesn't make any sense.
Well, you don't understand my kind.
you're not a mother. You don't have to look at your starving kids and not know that there's no ham to feed them. Huh?
So there's no ham. What's our solution here? If there's no ham.
We could have turkey. I mean, there's like 2 over there. I mean, come on. Can't hurt to try turkey.
See? Thank you. Now we're gonna do one more. What is our location? The circus. Okay. The circus? The circus in Disney World. What?
Combined together.
What is our relationship? Clowns or rangers? Okay, and then what is our problem? We lost our kids. Our kids?
Our kids.
Rangers?
Clowns or rangers?
Just
Like a Power Ranger?
Okay, so
Okay, well,
are we
I'm
the
a Power
clowns or the rangers?
I
Half
wanna
of us
be-
be clowns.
I want to
half
be
of-
Mickey Mouse.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Circus?
Yeah.
So, clowns.
Yeah.
Where's my kids?
Hey, guys, I've seemed to misplace my kids.
Have you seen Jimmy?
Jimmy?
Jimmy, yay, big.
I'm looking for Sandra. Have you seen Sandra?
No, I haven't seen Sandra. I'm looking for Jimmy.
Okay, Sandra and Jimmy. Okay.
No,
maybe
Jimmy
we
went on
sweep
the
our
Jimmy
note-
went on the thingy, the
The
Ferris wheel.
thing. Okay. Do you think? Oh, please don't tell me. Did he go on the thing where you hang and like you go swing, and
What
then you
thing
go
where you
forward?
hang and you swing?
Like the hoop thing, really high in the sky.
I know.
And you
I'm
know.
looking for Jimmy. This
I'm looking
big.
for Sandra.
He's
I'm
this
so
big. Have you seen
Sandra,
Jimmy?
listen to my
Heroically
nose
lose my
squeak.
kids.
You lost your kids
Sandra?
too?
Yeah, it's not very heroic.
Did they go on the thingy?
What kind of thing?
The Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Or the thingy with the swing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
not
At the
Oh,
circus.
yeah.
At the circus. The
Not
thing.
to worry, folks.
That was a few
I
days
have
ago,
a
though.
patented
No,
kid
I've not
whistle.
seen your daughter, Sandra.
If you blow on this, you'll find your
You'll
kid.
find Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Jimmy!
I'm never gonna find Jimmy.
Jimmy? No.
Wait,
no.
did you lose a kid?
No. My kids, I don't know. They run off all the time.
Okay, so we're just thinking.
They come back. They always do.
Mine haven't come back for
Somehow.
2 days.
I'm just 2 days.
When they get hungry, they
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, they're always hungry for some ham. I don't know why.
Okay, see. Thank you.
My first improv, that sure was hilarious.
Yeah, it's honestly really fun getting to do improv, especially with our friends, because you kind of use each other's creativity and you kind of bounce off each other, and it's really fun just to see what everyone comes up with, especially like funny things where they bring things up from the past, like scenes. But it's really fun getting to do improv, especially with my friends. But next up, we're going to be having 2 of my friends singing, Maddie and Bailey. They're going to be singing 2 songs for us today.
So, what 2 songs would y'all be singing for us today?
We're going to be singing White Christmas and Do You Hear What I Hear?
All right. We're so excited to hear y'all sing. And if you know the songs, go ahead and sing along, and y'all can start when y'all are ready.
All right.
Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? What I hear ringing through the sky, shepherd boy? Do you hear what I hear? What I hear? A song high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? In your palace, one mighty king. Do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. The child sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light.
All right, so Maddie and Bailey did amazing singing. But next up, I have Ryan and Charity, and I'm going to be doing a little interview with y'all, asking y'all a couple of questions. And I'm so excited that we're even like sitting here. Such a blessing. Like, who would have thought? And I'm so excited to ask y'all some questions and
We're
kind
blessed
of.
to be here.
Oh, like when I found out, I was like, no way, because I love it. I've only heard y'all sing here once, but me and my mom talk about y'all all the time. We still were like, oh my God. So it was such a blessing that y'all were able to make it, especially knowing that y'all are probably so busy. But I'm so blessed that y'all are here. So my first question for y'all is, where did y'all meet?
You got. I was gonna say you go first. Well, technically, we met in Nashville, Tennessee, but we got to know each other through a group of songwriters and worship leaders. And over the space of 2 years, we were friends, and the Lord highlighted us to each other in June of 2018. We were married by November of 2018. So it was awesome because he's awesome.
No. It was such a beautiful God thing. We were friends for a long time, but we come from different backgrounds. We did different styles of music, and so we kind of just didn't really see each other, other than just being a part of the same community. And then it was like all of a sudden there was one day she came in the room, and literally I was like, "That's my wife." And so I started talking to the Lord about it, and just in prayer, He made it really abundantly clear that she's my wife. And so I don't recommend doing this to most men, but I sat down with her and I said, I'm going to sound insane right now, but the Lord told me I'm going to marry you. Because He did. I wasn't lying. You know it, Pastor. And she was like, what? And I was like, I have faith. I'm just going to let you pray about it as well. And then a week later, the Lord told her the same thing. And so we went from
He did
nothing,
a quick work.
Yeah. We went from nothing to engaged to married in like 5 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 6 months.
And then we just celebrated 3 years a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
3 years of marriage. So,
And
yeah.
what's amazing is we really, like, as far as styles of music and backgrounds and things, like, you couldn't get more polar opposite people. But it's really cool to now be sitting here and be like, oh.
That's beautiful. Like, just like the power of God, like getting that kind of like, wow, she's the one. But my next question was, when did y'all when did y'all start singing together? But were y'all already singing together when y'all were friends?
Yes. But we didn't write songs together.
Okay.
Because we had such different styles.
Mm-hmm.
I leaned more towards gospel. He leaned more towards worship and pop. And so we didn't really find ourselves in the same writing groups a lot, but we did end up singing together on a few songs. But more now than we did back then, because now that we're married, we write together a lot more. And so our styles of music are blending way more than they used to. And that part's really fun.
So when did y'all decide y'all wanted to actually start making music together? Was it just kind of like it just happened, or was it like planned?
I think it kind of just happened. I don't think we've ever been like, hey, let's...
It's now.
Yeah.
The time is now.
No, I don't think, and honestly, like I would say we don't necessarily, we write together now. But charity's definitely doing a charity thing, and then we're kind of doing something together with Gather House, but I get to tour with her about 50% of the time, and so she's out doing worship nights, and I'm here in Houston hosting prayer sets and things like that. So I think the joy of our life now is getting to write together. So all of the songs we get to write together, and that kind of just happened naturally because we're both songwriters, and now that we're in the house all the time together, it's like we end up writing together. So
yeah, let's write a song today. Okay.
It'd be like so fun getting to work with like your best friends.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So when did y'all start like getting in, like, how do I word this? When did y'all come into Church of Champions and meet Pastor Hutchins, and like how did that?
That's a great story, and I'll let Ryan tell that because it was literally a God thing walking into this building. It's beautiful.
So we in the middle of COVID, we felt like the Lord told us, well, before we even moved to Houston, the Lord brought us to Houston, and we didn't know why, but we just gave the Lord our yes. We were living in Indiana, and we got in a U-Haul, and about an hour down the 19-hour drive to Houston, the Lord started to download this vision of this place called Gather House, and it would be a 24/7 day and night prayer house where in the middle of the night or on your lunch break, whatever time of the day, well, our doors will always be open, and you can come and meet with the Lord, and there'll just always be a fire on the altar for the Lord. And so we know that that's our calling, and that's why we're here in Houston. And so with that ministry, the Lord put it on our hearts to host a conference. And we weren't really sure if we were going to be hosting a conference, if that was 10 years down the road, or if it was. And so when the Lord spoke that to me, He said, I want you to do a conference. And I said, that's really cool. You got to give me a place. And literally the next morning, we were coming in here to do like a little promo shoot for that coming Sunday because we were going to be leading here at Church of Champions. And I joked with Pastor because it was the wildest thing. I had said that to the Lord the night before. You got to give me a place. We don't even get into the sanctuary yet. And Pastor shakes my hand and it's like, it's so great to have you guys here. I just feel like I need to tell you if you guys want to do an event or a conference or anything like that, this place is open to you. And I was like, I do want to do a conference. And so a couple weeks later, I reached out and I said, hey, did you mean that? Because we actually really do want to do a conference. And he had said that to us before we even walked in this room. And we walked into this room and I looked at the new remodel. And this was literally, the Lord has shown me this room. And so we always do worship in the round. We love for the people of God to be able to see each other while they worship and stuff. So it was just a total God thing. And as soon as we met the whole crew here, we've just fallen in love with all of them.
Instant family.
And so amazed at what the Lord is doing, even with what He's doing with you. This is incredible. So be encouraged. You're making a huge difference.
Can we give her a hand? I think this is just so special. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. I don't really, when people like tell me that, I don't really think about it. I'm kind of just like, oh, it's something fun. I really like getting to talk to people, kind of like digging in their like brain and hearing different stories from them. It's so interesting hearing how everyone is so different. And you can ask the same question, but every answer is different. But no, I agree. Like this church is just, you feel like a family with everyone every time you walk in here. And that's amazing. And I love that story. But yeah, I've definitely been blessed with getting to do this. But let's see what our next question is. Oh, okay. I actually really like this one. I came up with this one myself. What's something you would want to tell yourself, like younger self, like 15-year-old you, that you would want to tell yourself?
15-year-old me. It's interesting because I think when you're 15, you feel like you've lived so much life. And you have to do everything that you have in your head and your heart right away. And if you don't do it right away, then there's something wrong. So I would tell 15-year-old me to slow down, to be patient, to really hone my gift that the Lord has given me, to hone my craft, and to be patient with the result of that. I think of David in the scriptures. We always think of David as the one who slayed the giant, right? We always think of him as the one who killed the giant and saved Israel. But I like to think of David in the field before anyone knew him, writing his songs for no one except the Lord and his sheep. And it's in that waiting time and his contentment time that's where the Lord showed him who he was going to be. Because the prophet came out to him in the field where he was working by himself and told him, you're going to be king someday. And what's beautiful is he remained there and worked hard until he became king. And I just think for 15-year-old Charity, I was the one who was like, oh my gosh, I want to direct the choir and I want to do it right now because I can. And I think having someone to tell me, hey, it's okay if that doesn't happen right now. Keep working hard. Keep learning and growing in who you are and become the best version of yourself that you can be, because that's the way that God sees you. And so I would just tell myself to slow down and be patient and to be confident in what God has called you to do, because everybody has a calling. And sometimes we freak out because we say, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It's okay. Be patient. It's going to make itself clear. God will make it clear to you what he wants you to do.
I would probably tell myself that the most dangerous thing is comparison. I think, the Lord has just been teaching me that each one of us have such a specific call. Like not a single one of us is made the same. And we've been made in a beautiful image, in the image of God, and with his creative hand, he's created us each individually. And he told me the other day, he said, hey, when you start trying to be someone else's image, you're corrupting yours. And so I don't want to be a corrupted image, because a corrupted image is not worth anything. And so I think comparison is the number one thing that will keep you from, one, doing what the Lord has asked you to do, and two, keep you from fully embracing your calling. And so I would just encourage, because I came into the Christian music industry and I had all this creative things that I wanted to do. And I'd go into these label meetings and they would say, well, this has been hitting on Christian radios, so we need you to start sounding a little bit like this. Or literally, I went into one place and they said, hey, we really like you, but red hair is just not really a thing. Would you mind wearing hats in your videos? And I was just like, that it was weird, because at first I wanted to laugh it off, but then it became this really weird thing that I started to I went into this just wanting to just spread the gospel through music. And I started to turn my eyes on myself and try to think, man, how do I compare to the other artists that are out there? And we get to now be on this side of the whole thing, and we watch young artists that are coming up. And I think one of the most frustrating things for me is when I see someone trying to adjust their voice or do some weird thing with their body, and I'm like, just be you. Just be you. The Lord made you. And nobody wants to admit it, but humans are the biggest fake finders. We can see it from a mile away. And so I would just encourage myself, no matter what, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's not the cool hip thing to be exactly who the Lord has asked you to be. Because there's just the joy and the purpose is going to come from that. Instead of trying to constantly be out there trying to figure out how to make other people happy, you'll never find it. So that's what I would say.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's something that I've personally also been blessed with, is getting to realize not to the comparison, and getting to realize who I am now and not worrying about what other people are like, because I'm this is something that no one at my school does. So people talk and people are curious about it and don't understand. So it's something that I understand. I know myself that I enjoy doing, and that's what I want to do, and I'm gonna just keep focused on what I want to do. But growing up, who was someone that was really influential in your life that really helped you, or you've always remember growing up?
Do you have someone?
I do.
Go ahead.
Well, I know it's funny because whenever I'm asked this question, I'm like, who is someone that I look up to that everybody knows who I'm talking about? And I think the interesting thing is when you really look at the people that you should look up to, it should be the people in your immediate sphere, because those are the people that you've seen them day in and day out doing the thing that maybe inspires you. And there's a couple. There's a lady in our church. Her name is Valerie. And Valerie, every time she would sing unto the Lord, it was with complete abandon. And I mean, I don't know if it was from nerves or what, but she would stand up there shaking. Yeah. And I think that it didn't matter who was watching her. She was singing to God and doing it without any idea of what anybody else thought. She just loved the Lord so much. And one of the most positive people, one of the most kind-hearted, caring human beings that even to this day, when I go home, there's a huge smile on her face, and she's been through some stuff. I mean, there has been some hard times in this lady's life. And I look at what she has offered up to the Lord with her life, and the way that she treats people and the way that she worships God is so inspiring to me. And I think of her dearly all the time. So she's definitely one. Another one is my mom, because my mom faithfully was taking me to voice lessons and choir practice. I was a part of Western New York Children's Chorus for a long time. And there was just something in her that said, I know God's given you a gift, and we're going to steward that gift as much as possible. And there's another lady that I just have to talk about because she's incredible. I don't know if any of you have heard of Mickey Mangan, but Sister Mickey Mangan is a pastor's wife who in our circles is very well known, amazing anointed singer, precious woman of God. But she also hosts ministry times with people that are in addiction and spends her time. She loves these people so strongly, and she lives out a for the good of others lifestyle. And I'm just so inspired by that, because she can be out in the midst of, being seen and people knowing who she is, but deep down she has a heart for people and such a Christ-like attitude. And I'm just so inspired by her too. So those are mine.
Yeah, wow. Those were really good.
She's like, top that.
It's a hard question.
It is a hard question. 'Cause you're like thinking back through your whole life. I think it just because it popped up into my head, and it might feel weird, but it was actually Carrie Job, which we're in the worship circle, but I've never met her. And I've always said, if I ever meet her, I'm going to fangirl so hard. And listen, I don't fangirl over people, but I'm going to be like, oh my God. But it's because she really, she defined what a worship leader was for me. I saw her live one time when I was much younger, and it was interesting because there's this, the concert's about to start, and you can kind of feel that energy in the room. And I'm expecting her to just like come running out, and it would just be like Carrie Job all night long, And I swear to you, she came out from backstage just so humbly. There's nothing on her that was like, here I am. And she just walks out on stage, and I was literally just like hit with the presence of God. And for 2 hours, I didn't see Carrie Job. I saw Jesus. Like, he was speaking, he was moving, he was among us. And I loved it because at the end of the night, she went off the stage, and it's like, I didn't even remember going to a Carrie Job concert. I remember meeting the Lord. And that was so defining to me as what a worship leader should be, And so as a worship leader, that's always, and we always say it, we're here for an audience of one. Lord, move me away, let them see you. But I don't think a lot of people actually do that. But having that as an example of just what it's like to see a worship leader come out on the platform, and it's not about them, it's all about the Lord. That every time that we lead worship now, that's my prayer. Like, Lord, when we go out there, I don't care if they remember our names, I don't care if they remember our songs, but would you touch it so that a year from now they remember that you met them here? And so that's influenced me as a worship leader and a minister, really everything we do. I'm like, if you didn't meet the Lord, then we didn't do our job, because we're not here for you. Like, I hope you don't come for us. I hope you come because we carry the presence of God and you meet him. So that would be my person, because I can't think of anybody else.
I think it's crazy how some people can impact your life and they don't even know it. And it's like, you'll always remember them. And like, I'm sure y'all have impacted people's lives and you don't even know it, but they'll always remember that. And I love that about getting to have that moment and always remembering that and be able to tell stories like that. So I have one more fun question before y'all sing for us. What is y'all's favorite Christmas movie? A little Christmas question.
Do you have one?
Probably Polar Express.
Really?
I don't know why. Just, when I watch it, I'm like, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
And because it's actually really not very good animation. It's actually a little freaky, actually.
I was gonna say, it's kind of like, I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, Polar Express is kind of like
it's
a creepy
little
movie, but it's
isn't
like,
it? But I don't know. It's like when we watch it, I'm like, well, now it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
But it isn't Christmas until we've watched it. Which
we've been married for
me,
3 years, and I'm surprised we haven't watched it this year yet, because
I normally
every
watch
year
it
it's like like November 25th we're watching Polar Express.
I'm like, it's not Christmas if we haven't.
Right.
Which we're gonna watch that tonight.
Yes, we're gonna have to watch Polar Express tonight. I think mine is White Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm such a Bing Crosby fan, and Danny Kaye is hilarious. I also love the music. I'm just any movie that has amazing music, and really any Christmas movie. I'm kind of a Christmas geek.
She is. I will say this, and this is an encouragement to everyone in our generation. For some reason, I had this thing where it's like, if the movie was in black and white, I didn't want to watch it. And she hated that about me. She's like, they're such good movies. And I was like, no, they're not in color. I don't want to watch them. But she introduced me to like White Christmas and
It's a Wonderful
Life and like all these really, really great
Christmas in
movies.
Connecticut.
And they're in black and white, but now they're my favorite Christmas movies.
Really?
Like other than Polar Express, I'm gonna like go to like White Christmas and like what we just watched Is a Wonderful Life.
It took
Really
us 3
good.
nights to watch it, but
did.
we
Yeah,
watched
that's
it.
how lazy we are.
We got so
yeah.
tired.
So if you've never watched one of these black and white films, watch them. They're worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad I got to talk to y'all. Like it's crazy. I'll probably tonight be like, Mom, I talked to them. That's crazy. I'm so glad I got to talk to y'all. And I'm so excited that y'all are about to sing. What songs y'all have prepared for us?
Well, we've got one that Ryan's written that I'm really excited for you guys to hear. And then I think we're gonna do the next couple of songs and kind of talk you through what we think about them and things, kind of like a writer's round where they came from, but a couple Christmas songs in there too, and maybe a blessing.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And y'all can, if you want to get set up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
Absolutely.
Have your hug. There you are.
Okay, so this first song that we're going to sing is really special. We just wrote it a few months ago, and it's not released yet. And I think that's the other thing that makes it special is normally if we haven't released a song, we won't really do it out much. But we have done this song, I think, every single worship night since we've written it because it's so prevalent for today. Just to know that God sees us and he's in control when we're not, and that we can hear his voice in the midst of the chaos. But we wrote it with a dear friend of ours. Her name's Crystal Yates, and Crystal was in the hospital for 21 days. She had double pneumonia and COVID, and I honestly didn't think I was ever going to see my friend again. And so after she got out of the hospital, she ended up coming to this writer's retreat with their little oxygen tank in tow, and we sat down to write this song. And she had said, I had mentioned to a friend a couple of months ago, she said that doubt is the field in which you plant your seed of faith. And we all went, oh my gosh, we have to write that song. That has to be your testimony song. And so this is Crystal's heart song, and it's a duet between us and the Lord, and that he sees us and he knows us and hears our cry. So this is called Seed of Faith.
Field of doubt, plant a seed of faith.
I'll bring the rain, bring the rain.
It won't stay the same from glory to glory. You're writing my story when it rains, so let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Things start to change, so bring the rain, bring the rain. It won't stay the same from glory to glory. You're writing my story when it rains, so let it rain.
And fear not, I am the Lord your God, and trust that I'm working all things out. So in the field of doubt, plant a seed of faith. Yeah. So in the field of doubt, plant a seed of faith. So in the field of doubt, plant a seed of faith. I'll send the rain. Things start to change, so bring the rain, bring the rain. It won't stay the same from glory to glory. You're writing my story when it rains, so let it rain. I'll send the rain.
I'll trust you, I'll trust you.
I'll send the rain. And so in the field of doubt, plant a seed of faith.
And I'll send the rain.
So this next one is called Good. And the Lord was just speaking to me about a scripture, and that he works all things together for good, including our lives. And I love to look at my life as a masterpiece of the Lord, like a tapestry that the Lord is just weaving like a canvas that he's painting. And he showed me one time, he said, you know, I take these different colors, because I'm ultimately creative, and I can take all these different colors that don't make sense, and I can blend them all together into this beautiful masterpiece. And so I take the pain, I take the joys, I take the smiles, and I take the tears. I take the whole thing, because I'm a master worker. I'm the author of life. And I make this beautiful story that's called you, that's called your life. And so in the midst of struggle, in the midst of pain, I remember that, hey, you know what? He's working good. I may not see it right now. I might be in a season where it doesn't feel good, but I have to trust that he's working all things together for good, because that's what he does. That's all that he does. He works all things together for good. So this one's called Good. Here we go. I make them beautiful, all of your mistakes. You call them second chances. I call it grace, nothing wasted. No, I take the pain and breathe redemption into every stroke of pain on your canvas. My work of art, been creating beautiful with you from the start. And every step, every breath from the get-go. But we ain't done yet though, and I wish you could see what I see when I see you. You're a masterpiece in the making, this just a preview. I finished what I started, and I started something in you. Yeah. So hold me to my word, cause if I make a promise, you know I intend to keep it. I made you a promise that I'm faithful to complete, and it's gonna be better than you could ever hope or dream. Yeah. You can believe that it's gonna be good, yeah. Cause all I do is good, yeah. And I made something good, yeah. When I made you, I made you. You're my poetry, my everything. And gave my life up just to bring you back to me for the greatest cost. Yeah, I paid that price so you could know just how much you're within my eyes. I wish you could see what I see when I see you. You're a masterpiece in the making, it's just a preview. I finished what I started and I started something in you, yeah. So hold me to my word, cause if I make a promise, you know I intend to keep it. I made you a promise that I'm faithful to complete it. It's gonna be better than you could ever hope or dream, yeah, yeah. You can believe that it's gonna be good, cause all I do is good. And I made something good. When I made you, yeah, good. And all I do is good. And I made something good. When I made you, you're my poetry, my everything. Gave my life up just to bring you back to me for the greatest cost. I paid that price so you can know just how much you're worth in my eyes. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm speechless after that. This next song is one of my favorites, and I love to sing it as a prayer. I know that it's interesting. I feel like there's something different in the air at Christmas, because whether the stores know it or not, when they're singing "Oh Holy Night" and "Silent Night," that they're talking about Jesus. And so I know that there's a difference in the atmosphere around Christmas time, because the Lord is very apparent, even in places that may not think that He is. And so this song, I love to sing it as a prayer, and God blesses and keeps His children. And so I pray that this song is a blessing for your Christmas week, and that your families and your children and everyone would just have a very Merry Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay, 'cause from now on our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yours. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the Lord allows. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough.
children and their children and their children. May His favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family and your children and their children and their children. May His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you. He is with you in the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you. 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 Yeah. We say amen. 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 May His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you. He is with you in the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you. He is for you. Yes. God is with us. Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Say amen. Amen. Amen.
God bless you. Merry Christmas.
That was that was amazing, and I don't know. I felt like, I guess I'm like still new to like when I feel something. I'm like, I think it's like the Lord telling me, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stand up, and I was like, let's all stand up, and I just felt the need because I felt the presence in the room, and that was just beautiful. And your voice is beautiful, and you on the piano, it's amazing. Y'all are just amazing, and I'm so grateful and blessed that y'all were able to come sing, and y'all bring this presence in the room that everyone can feel. And yeah, that did amazing. And
Thank you. God bless you. We're so proud of you.
thank you so much. Before we end out the night, I want the pastor to come pray.
You're doing an amazing job, and we're so thankful for everything that you're doing.
So I used to come to this church, like when pastor actually presented my daughter, and I just want to say that we've been coming since September of 2020, and you have blessed us in so many ways. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional, but this was not planned, but I felt it in my heart to come say that the minute we walked through these doors, my family's lives have changed in so many ways. And thank you.
Love you. So your great-great-grandmother's here. You have 5 generations of family members here. And you have a deep, deep heritage of the goodness of the Lord. And we've sang about him, we've talked about him, we've exhibited the gifts and the talents that he's given each of us. And the greatest gift that he's given to all of us, some people may think they don't have a gift and they haven't yet discovered what they're going to do with their life. But the greatest gift that Christmas reminds us we all have is the greatest gift the universe could ever give. And it was the portrait of an infinite God who robed himself in flesh, and he came to redeem all of us. That's what Christmas is all about. And each of us have memories that have been carved by experiences that remind us what the perfect Christmas is all about. But if we go through a holiday